welcome back to my castle. My name is Nilsa, and on today's episode of Fairy Tales and Cocktails, I'm going to be delivering a message from your spirit babies. If you don't know what those are your guardian angels of your babies that have not been born yet, but that have already chosen you and are protecting you from the other side, realm, dimension, whatever you want to call it. Some of you that are in relationships have been kind of, I don't want to use the word like arguing, but in disagreements about where money's going. And for those of you that are single, they picked a dad that is a little well off, but was also trying to show off. I'm getting a lot of, like, oh, I took you to a really nice restaurant. I bought you all these things. And this is the mother here, like, and that don't impress me much, right? Like, this is totally the energy I'm getting right now. It could have been a conversation. Let's say you've been going on dates lately, or they've been braggadocious about their financial situation. Meanwhile, you could be this like flew at me. You could be pretending to their face like, I'm not that impressed, or that's nice, dear. Meanwhile, on the inside, you're like, oh my God, he's so dreamy. He could say literally nothing at all, and I would just be full of joy. And this is like that Little Mermaid scene where she's talking to this statue like, oh, and she's manifested Eric, and she's, dreamt about him and everything. And she's has this, the statue in her trophy room where she admires him and has gratitude for him. This is also your spirit babies being like daddy's girls, and just, you're both enamored with this person, whoever's going to be the father of your children. Like, he always tries to be so chivalrous, like the little Prince Charming, well, not little, but, the Prince Charming that comes and tries to be there for you and save the day. And that's what those actions of selflessness, those actions of chivalry are what get you going, that get you so excited, not the showboating. And if this is really resonating with you, drop a little mermaid emoji. I do have an argument that came up here. Words were spoken, the exchange, I guess you can say. And it wasn't insulting somebody's heart. Yes, we have the Three of Swords here aiming at the Five of Swords. This is insulting somebody's intelligence. I think your partner said something to you, or you said something to your partner that hurt them in between the ears. You offended their pride or their intelligence here. And they were very defensive. Again, look at this mirroring of this aiming. It was like whoever said this exchange of words knew it would trigger them, and knew it would hurt them. So if you feel like you were trying to push the mother or father away, and you didn't think it hurt them that bad, your kids are trying to tell you, you hit them where it hurts. You really, really, really triggered them. We've got two like targets here. And where is the target? In between their ears, in their head. You really insulted their intelligence. Could have been something about like, oh, that's great that you're successful, but you went to a shitty school, like just something that you thought was harmless, but it hurt. I'm getting like their pride was hurt and their intelligence was hurt. So if they did this to you, your babies are letting you know, like, the other person has to be aware. And if you're not talking to them right now because of what they did, or they're not talking to you because of what you did, the babies are letting you know that everything's going to be okay. We have self-care here, but I'm focused on the peekaboo because I'm sure a lot of your babies have been playing spiritual peekaboo or hide and seek, okay, where you feel like, oh, I haven't heard from them in a long time or felt like they're nearby, and then a synchronicity will come up, a song, a movie, whatever it is, like a little message, and you're going to be like, there they are, peekaboo. And if you are in an argument with your partner, they're still kind of like waiting for the apology, or you're kind of waiting for the apology, like, you know, like, are they showing up? And we have home sweet home. Because if you think that you're working on your relationships alone and it's in your hands, you're not. You have like a whole team. Angelic messages. That's just confirmation. You have a whole team trying to come home. They want everything to work out in your relationship so that they can come home. And this also looks like a gingerbread house. We just had Christmas. So if you had no babies this Christmas, or you thought you were going to have more and you didn't, you're going to have some next Christmas. By next Christmas, they should be home. And we have angelic messages with the reflection. And I never noticed this before, but the cat is reflecting into the water. So what I'm seeing here is twin energy. You could have twin spirit babies, if that's resonating for you. And also there's a rainbow here. Well, I know it's Lisa Frank, but there's a lot of rainbows in both these cards. Specifically with like the home card. So if you are in a same-sex like partnership, marriage, relationship, you still have spirit babies that kind of know and are going to orchestrate things, pull the right strings. I'm not trying to rhyme. I'm just saying what they're saying, to come home. And they know. So you might end up if you're going to be adopting, you'll end up adopting like 2 boys or 2 girls or one of each, but it's definitely going to be, if this is the same sex dynamic watching right now, it's definitely going to be 2. Some of you might have those teacup dogs. Some of you may, we have a bunny here in a cup, but I'm seeing like, you know those Frenchie dogs with the big ears? Or those wiener dogs with big floppy ears? Some of you might have one of those dogs already. But there's also the teacup. Like I've seen, you know, teacup Pomeranians. Hint, hint. Teacup Pomeranians. They're so cute. If you're watching and you have one of those, or you've been wanting one of those, your baby's letting you know, like, this message is definitely for you. And we have the storm. The storms always pass. We have, like, the little rainbow hearts coming down again. So if you've had either difficulty financially or emotionally, and you felt like you were back to back, and this is funny, they're back to back right now. If you felt like you were back to back with your partner, like instead of facing each other, you're still under the same umbrella. You're still under the same protection, of the angels and your babies, and you're still going to end up under the same roof. People that are meant to be together are supposed to live together. If some of you suffer from a disorder like depression or anxiety, and so you haven't been very colorful lately, and you've been, you know, like in your house a lot, or you might even make it out to your car, but then you go back inside the house. I'm getting a lot of hiding hiding behind trees, hiding in rooms, hiding on your couch. Very like avoiding some people. Some of you are hiding projects you've been working on. So let's say you are a painter and you painted like a box or like a canvas for your love, but you haven't given it to them. You're just like, I don't know, there's something you're holding on to that's supposed to be shared. You have like express yourself. But I also, the guitar is popping out to me like, if you were somebody that would write songs for your love and then you just like stopped, you know, and you see how this art is behind her, and it's like you and I can see it, but it's also behind her. It's not in front of her. It's not being given to other people. Your heart has wings here, is what I'm hearing. So you see these wings and then the rose there. It's like, my throat's closing up right now. This is like a romantic gift for somebody you've been holding on to, you put behind, you change your mind about delivering possibly. And we have new connections, communication is needed. There are some divine meetings you're supposed to have with people offline. And some of them might even, one of them might be like a redheaded lady, an older lady. And maybe, I see a koala here, so maybe somebody's Australian. But this is telling you, God has new like soul tribe or connections, networking, friends you need to make. Maybe you'll make them, maybe you'll see them going out to a concert. And let's say you were supposed to go and then you changed your mind and now you just want to stay home. They're saying you need to get out and meet new people. I have people waiting for you, but I can only line up so much is what I'm getting. I can only orchestrate so much. If you don't leave the house, and not everybody's going to be online. Again, here's the guitar. Some of you could be like an Elvis fan. But we have Keep Your Cool. Yeah, keep your cool and contentment. Some of you have a temper. Maybe you've been lashing out at people. And it's saying, show your softer side. Right? See the sunglasses? It's like you could have really mad eyes, and they're saying to mask that. Just show people your nice soft side. Don't show them like you get angry or you'll block connections from you. All right. Oh, this is a beautiful message. Again, with the reservation hiding. Now we have the American flag, so some of you could be American. We have make your move, and we have love. If you, like I said, if you've been wanting to move to a new state or city, or you have to physically leave your house. We have, you know, the Chariot energy, but you have to physically leave your house. And we have patience, new beginning. And so this panda here is flying a kite. So the winds might not be perfect right now. So this could be the person that's waiting for the other parent to leave the house, right? We have one parent that's like being stubborn, doesn't want to move forward. They're giving themselves excuses. They don't like the fighting, whatever. And then we have advice for the other parent saying, have patience. You're going to have your new beginning. But the right winds have to pick up. But it's like you see the horse running, can help change the winds around it. The winds are going to pick up and help the kite. All right. Look, 2 of Cups. Again, with the reflection here. This is 2 babies, guys. Some of you are having twins or you're adopting twins. They're coming through strong. Very, very strong. You have the Sun. Could be boys, because you have the Sun, but when you hear it, Sun. And there are going to be a lot of boys born in 2020. A lot of boys. Could be October. We have 10 right here. It's going to be a lot of boys because things are changing in... High Priestess, that's me. Things are changing in the earth right now where a lot of masculine energy is going to come forward being raised by high priestesses, being raised by spiritual women that are awakened, and it's going to help change things moving forward. A whole new world we're going to have. Yep, we have 3 of Wands. That's like waiting for your ships to come in, right? And we have Ace of Wands, which is usually the baby card. New beginning. Waiting. This is like waiting for your baby. But you see how he looks angry? Jafar looks angry. I've been there. Like, you're really mad. Where's my baby? Hurry up. Where's my baby? And then Zeus is like a Greek god. So this is people like mad at God. Like, where the hell is my baby, right? With that other card with the sunglasses, that's like keep your cool. That's like saying don't, and I said earlier, don't let people see your angry eyes. You want to stay in a high vibration if you can. All right. We have Page of Swords. You'll get the news quick, but here's winter again. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of babies born around like October, November, and by Christmas, especially the snow. He's wearing the red looking robe like Santa Claus. I'm telling you. So we have 9 of Cups, which is like wish fulfillment. We have 3 of Pentacles, which is like teamwork, collaboration. And then we have Page of Wands is like going towards a new beginning here. But I want to show you something. Okay, so this is being in outer space, but this also reminds me of like the 5th dimension, doing meditation. And this is also like them hanging around where you can't see them. You might get signs, but you really can't see them yet. But they're there. They're like floating around above you. And I love these cards together. Do you see Lumiere's like flirtatious face? And then Tinkerbell's like, yeah. Again with the divine meetings and these 3 lights. You could be some of you could be eventually having 3 children and have 3 spare babies around. Or this is like 2 of you and then your spirit baby. But the point is faith, trust, and pixie dust. And these are like flames here. Things being illuminated. Your new beginning being illuminated. And then we have King of Pentacles. So this is one of you, probably the father. Like I said, becoming more successful. I feel like there's a lot of orchestration going on behind the scenes, obviously behind the scenes, of the babies like trying to set things up to help with money, because they know like when I get here, I want to go to Disneyland and Disney World and Harry Potter in London. I mean, that's not free, right? Speaking of London, there's Peter Pan right there, London. So we have the anxiety and the Knight of Swords. Look at this, guys. You're wielding swords in opposite directions. So again, with whoever is angry, like if you guys are having like fertility problems, one of you is angry, you're going to be starting fights and saying words. And now that I see these cards, I'm starting to feel like that argument the babies were talking about with like insulting the intelligence, or they really hurt somebody. that's almost like saying, it was like a mental insult, but it was almost like saying it's your fault. Somebody's defensive here. Both parties are defensive, but they're in opposite directions. So it's like they're looking for people to blame. Do I pull my sword this way? Do I pull my sword that way? Like, who do I blame here? But it's not that. Sometimes it's the person, sometimes it's the timing, right? So it's going to come. We have Knight of Wands here. And this is Figment. Figment is the imagination. He's so big, but he's got tiny wings and he can still fly. So that's like telling you, even though you might feel like they're small and you might see like the tiniest little orbs in the pictures that show up and you think they're not that powerful or that impactful, or you think it's your imagination. No. They're very powerful. And they're helping. They're going to help with money. And they're letting you know right now, somebody was hurt. It'll reconcile. Somebody's waiting for an apology here. So they needed to bring that to your attention. Heal that, reconcile that. It will, no matter what. Home is home, right? Home is where the heart is. We have freedom. So home is where the heart is. They want to go home. They're going to do what it takes to go home. They're going to help you with money. They're going to help you with networking, connections, but you have to leave your house. Some of you that are not. That's what that message is. If you'd like a private reading, my information is in the description box below. For things that have resonated that you have questions about, you can ask me in the comments or send me an email. Thank you for those of you that are returning subscribers, and to those of you that are new, hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when I have messages from my castle to yours. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.